know the half of it. I got dreams of looking up, high as I can get. But nothing feels like how it feels to know these things I don't know yet. The weight of everything, and everything's just fate. Sometimes I'm trapped inside and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But to take on the world is the only thing that we know how to do. I've got dreams of finding out what all of this is for. It's you and me.
Yeah, both of the real anchors here towards this B site. Flashes on out and the execute. It comes into the site. They do here have Visio within it, and PapiChulo, that's a great kill to open up the site, and everything's falling NAOS' way.
Yeah, NAOS not afraid of contact whatsoever. You have that Brimstone. You just want to execute as quickly as possible. SenyorCarL putting that plant down on the safer angle here. Fancy United kept at bay by NAOS and their smokes. What can Nizzy do though? Hot hands now to try and burn SenyorCarL. He's tucked away into a corner though. Speaking of, same thing for PapiChulo. And FCY trying to find that opportunity. Nizzy now charging in. Ja will get that takedown. Pain Shell's locked as well, forcing Hyzee's hand. And while YESicaN will try and look for the deny, the quad from Ja will set the tone for now. A classic NAOS approach, expecting Ja to just let those blastbacks rip from the drop area. Showstopper can be key, but Nizzy is gonna do it even better. YESicaN cannot escape. Here comes the run it back as well, and Nizzy pushing on forward, clears out Mojer, realizes opposition right behind him, and look at Hyzee play protection. Well done here for Fancy United to just stop NAOS Esports and their plans.
And so it's difficult to stop that Phoenix when it gets a full head of steam, especially when it's Nizzy at the helm of it. So SenyorCarL, lots to do here. And the only single kill from Ja is the only one they've been able to find. 2v4 and the backline's got to do some work.
Yeah, Fancy United helping hands abound. PapiChulo goes through the doorway, duels against Nizzy and gets the wallbang to get that takedown. SenyorCarL and then they line up for him. They all drop to the man. And now Esports will take the round still. Yeah. They stop whatever kind of pinch they wanted to do. Now Fisher stops Ja as well.
They're able to isolate the fight here too as well. Do not let the rest of the NAOS squad follow up. Look at this push, the pinch coming on in, Rolling Thunder.
I told you, contact here for Fancy United. They want to fight back, but NAOS is ready for this. SenyorCarL on the board. No chance here with the B main push. And at the very end, Jin is left all by his lonesome. He's familiar with some of the names he's facing off against right now. But in a 1v4, it's such a struggle. And NAOS yet again, they're willing to just clash for it.
And there's lots of brawn here on the side of Fancy, but it's a bit more on NAOS' brains that have been working out. Oh, look at this though, the flash. It could completely decimate them if they time this right. Ja around the corner, he gets the one. It goes behind him though, and the two opening picks go NAOS' way.
NAOS taking a step too far. That allows them to actually dodge Nizzy's curveball from that full flash. FCY now getting spotted. You can see that this is a reason why this is not a map pick for Fancy United. They're struggling here to go for their holds. They make some stellar plays, courtesy of Nizzy, but it's just not enough with NAOS prepared for it. Truth be told, having that Phoenix ult kind of in reserve, you know, it's been a struggle for FCY to play make. Rolling Thunder though the call. Now we get the run it back also from Nizzy. Wants to go for the clear. This is where Fancy United looks so strong, and they get in their faces. SenyorCarL fights on back, but all alone now. It's Mojer versus the rest of the world.
Look at the amount of ultimates they had to throw here though. 1v4. To be fair, they only used the 2 out of the 5 that they had, so not too shabby just yet, and they've got more to continue this streak further, potentially. But Mojer, we've seen incredible stuff, incredible clutches from him, but I think this one's too out of his park.
Yeah, it's a good call, though, from Fancy United. We were talking about it a while ago. Fancy needed to get that good start.
To NAOS to have that Rolling Thunder now in their helm.
Isn't that the case right now to be made? The other side of the coin, Fancy United needs to prove themselves, but already Ja asking for spare change. 2 here for NAOS immediately. Sands, though, held together by Hyzee. He's been strong with utility, but he can't be strong against that many. Lockdown into play just to try and keep NAOS away. But they're not done. They want to continue. They break the lockdown too.
Yeah, did you see how Ja just sideswiped him there on that entry? YESicaN, not standing a chance. Visio, though, that's a big kill. They needed that.
Yeah, the prodigy here of FCY. Homegrown talent. trying at least to go for the fight. Jindo spotted, PapiChulo just tucking himself away. And now with this lockdown, it's even more difficult here for Fancy United. NAOS Esports, they always want to make sure that they can win these rounds as securely as possible.
Look at this.
But that's all Fancy United has right now, and as it stands, NANO Swarm here, they realize Mojer has been playing all by his lonesome, and finally Fancy United go after the weaker side.
Yeah, it's a great bridge pinch here to push there towards that spawn. They do have control of the A site, and the post plant has to be remained in question. How will that work? Nizzy's got his ult.
Yeah, only Thunder utilized already. The Seekers exposing the drop position, but look at PapiChulo go. Aggressive immediately here from NAOS. Plant is down, and it's up to SenyorCarL to try and hold things over. Nizzy though, run it back, first life broken. Here comes Witz, not afraid of the flames whatsoever. It's 1v2 though, and the setup finally for Fancy United. The Viper Spit is online. They're able to cross on through towards the site, and they will take this round. 9-3, Fancy fight back.
Well, look at this push here. Now, Ja, he starts things off, finds Jin. They come back towards the A site, where Fancy are also aggressing.
Yeah, NAOS immediately picking up the pace to begin this second half. They set the tone with that frag. You have now Fancy United moving towards the site. Even has the setup for the Poison Cloud, but since they have that drop position, Aftershock now to dissuade the plant. NAOS here keeping FCY at bay.
Yeah, and they're just buying time as well here now to allow the defense to get in position for this retake.
Yeah, they're ready for the collapse. Two coming in from defender spawn. Trailblazer, those seeking these targets now. They know Fancy United stuck in committed positions. Nizzy though fights back. Here he goes with the first takedown. First of many looking for it. Hyzee on the board as well. Nizzy has all the angles to work with, and Fancy United will hold down the line. They go for the arcade take. A Blaze Wall here to cover the approach. They want to try and just contest tower. Curveball, can he actually get the timing here? Nizzy looking to go for the charge, but Mojer back now towards the side. Spotted all that, and Mojer just clips them anyway. Two down for Mojer. Jin has his back. Witz is there though to find at least the back line of Hyzee. And now in the 3v2, FCY stuck here.
They actually have good timing on this. The Trailblazer confirms all of that positioning, but Jin good for the fourth! He could get the ace, but SenyorCarL's ready, 1v1!
Silence immediately by SenyorCarL. Fisho looking to fight back from the arcade instead.
He gets a
Already
half.
being defused, this should be the half, but the timing from Fisho, this can be perfect for Fancy United! And it works out nicely for them. Fancy United, their raw mechanical skill, accompanied by the utility so helpful. Ja though is immediately grounded by YESicaN, and Fancy United, another instance that NAOS pushes, and another instance that they are silenced.
Shut down immediately. You can tell there Ja was trying to get up on top of those boxes, but I guess he missed his jump because he didn't seem ready for that fight as he otherwise would have thought. Jin shutting down Witz off the flank, and this round is done!
Yeah, there you go. Round's done quick. Looking to make at least an opening here towards his B site. The setup is there for Mojer, an immediate knockdown onto Fishy as well. Nano Swarms hampering the push here of Fancy United. You can still see Jin looking for a bit of opportunity, but the Seekers are heard. Now it's trying to get a bit of that intel as now the plant goes down.
Yeah. I mean, this position here being played by Hyzee is going to be big, but especially here, this lockdown should buy them some time. They have that orbital strike to deal with it, though.
Oh, the showstopper instead for the detour, but YESicaN was ready for it. Lockdown response here from NAOS. YESicaN reloading, but still survives. Covered by Nizzy. 4v2, though. Fancy needs to respect this. Nizzy trying to still hold towards tower. Mojer getting close towards the side. And where is PapiChulo? Done and dusted already. Mojer now versus the rest. And Nizzy will make sure that Fancy is on board yet again. Now we're all tied up.
You can see them starting to put some attention here towards his drop position. Witz caught out in the open. He's very lucky to get away.
Yeah, the Cosmic Divide was set. And apparently YESicaN saving the bacon of his opposition. In the end, though, it's there for a more safe plan. Silencing, muffling the intentions here of Fancy United, and look at them go back towards drop again.
Yeah, because they anticipate the Rolling Thunder to come on in here this side. If they confirm this is clear, I think they're going to throw it towards drop anyways.
And not only that, the Viper Spit from above. Fisho just keeping that afloat. The Orbital Strike, not the right call. The Rolling Thunder there as well. And now it's Esports absolutely bamboozled here by Fancy United. The Gravity Well to manipulate that spike area. Not only that, the Rolling Thunder is there too. We were talking about the smarts here, the utility from Fancy United, and we are getting a heck of a lot of it. Well done by Fancy United. Can SenyorCarL get the defuse going? Absolutely not. Fancy United make a statement. We have Mojer anchored down on the site. And you can keep an eye out on Jin. He's covering the rear, sure, puts on the alarm bot, but maybe he can actually play towards tower and Sands instead. Nizzy, though, leading the charge, looking for the first one to frag onto. Nizzy gets the takedown onto Mojer. Witz, though, standing tall and proud. Fights back to make it at least 3v3. Fancy United taking casualties.
Yeah, Hyzee very low HP, though. No ultimates on either side to really throw out for this round, but the retake coming on here. Ja with the blast back gets Hyzee down.
Yeah, sticks it towards him, and Ja flies now to make it towards the site. NAOS trying to force Fancy's hand. They pop the Gravity Well already. Jin is there though to get to. And Jin, those are the kills that Fancy needs. Do we get it from YESicaN? Not gonna happen. 1v1 though. Now the Swarm is there for the stall. Paint shells getting ready from Ja as well. And as they have Jin rotating here back onto the halls. The turret will keep an eye out, and Jin's sanity will reign supreme there. Fancy United playing from arcade. They do leave Fisio on the lurk just to open up that toxic screen instead. And right now, they catch out Nizzy here for NAOS. Jin, though, with an immediate trade. Fancy United trying to pick up that spike. Gets the takedown even more so. And a chance now to go for the push. Seekers are there, but Hyzee clears. Witz the collateral! YESicaN and Hyzee both fall to his hand. Leads now to a 2v2.
Yeah, big ground there for Witz. The double kept them in check. Otherwise, was looking disastrous already here from NAOS, who are just trying to keep that fight going. Mojer right now, he's sole on that A site. He's got utility to help him, but it really is his B site where the rest of them are going.
Yeah, it's up to Witz here to find an opportunity, especially. Mojer 2 away from that lockdown. It's not going to factor in for the round, though, as the toxic screen is up yet again. Trying to fake out the intentions of Fancy. They crawl towards the site, and a chance now to put the spike down.
Yeah, if they do go for this tap of the spike here, then they should be aware about Witz. I don't think he knows necessarily where they're coming from. He has to be careful in his positioning right now. Timing working out here for Fancy.
So many times we've seen Fisio outmaneuver anyone on that B site, whether through tower, whether through arcade itself. It's all up to Mojer yet again. Fancy United, though, in prime position, has the angle already. Jin puts that spike down. A countdown to destruction here for NAOS. Towards the tower still, Mojer keeping an eye out. The turret, though, gets the angle, and FCY gets the peak even. What a recovery! Now shut down in that second half as Fancy take the win.
10 rounds straight they were able to take in that second half. 11 in total. We have never seen anything like it.
But look at Nizzy go already. Has a blind side available, goes for the flash, and leaps on up. Let's not forget, this is the newest patch, but PapiChulo prepared for it to get that first takedown.
They get the shutdown here in the Nizzy. They're waiting here. Look at this from now. Just trying to exercise discipline. Dash on in quickly from Ja. The Trailblazer perfect on time from Witz.
What a bite from that doggy. Fisio will fall, and now Esports now making their way towards the site. We're looking a little bit different from the last tournaments we've seen, but Witz already with that takedown. And it's all up to YESicaN instead. But NAOS, they're clear with the utility. So solid and so well timed. Jin just staying towards connected right now, letting NAOS through actually. And it's up to YESicaN instead. Jin would take down PapiChulo's there though. YESicaN holding close. But NAOS still in lethal distance. Over onto the corner. Wukong just hiding in plain sight. Eventually though, gets that takedown. It's still trade for trade here.
Yeah, it's good by SenyorCarL to only let that be the one though. So trade out immediately. Bulldog here in the PapiChulo. They don't have much utility to keep him off of this spike aside from the Soul Gravity Well.
This is winnable though for Fancy United. They both have rifles. They have light armor at the very least. These 1v1s are crucial, and PapiChulo does not disappoint. Nizzy all alone now. Doesn't even have the fake out for company. Can he find an angle to try and play the flash? The stars being set up here by SenyorCarL. And now time is on their side here. Fancy United. They go for the tap. They don't bait out. Eventually, Gravity Well is there. But in the end, Nizzy just wants to do some damage. PapiChulo falls. Can Nizzy get one more? They just evacuate instead. NAOS will get another round going. And the Seekers instead will catapult into the push here, courtesy of witz. Ja getting towards the side. Backside now being brought together, but Jin still finds the takedown on the Mojer anyway. The rest of NAOS though following on suit. It's immediately the veterans on the board here. And this side is theirs to take with the Viper Spit also.
Yeah, still winnable though. They do have the 3v2 here in their favor, but Nizzy still up online. He's got those two flashes to try and take a fight with.
Yeah, can he find any targets though on the inside? Now staying in their sea of green. Fisho looking for any opportunity. Bumps into Ja. And then close quarters gets that takedown. 2 versus 2 now though. Keep an eye out on where PapiChulo is positioned. Trying to stay away as much as possible. Instead, it's witz already confirming a bit of contact here. Nizzy trying to go for the clear. Witz will fall. And FCY United given a chance. Do we see PapiChulo outmaneuver? This smoke will dissipate, but Nizzy is such a sharp shot. There he goes yet again, and FCY gets on the board.
So FCY have been doing a good job of staying on top of where they assume NAOS would be. And it's going to be a difficult execute for them here unless they plan for backside because A main is firmly in FCY's hands.
Yeah, and especially if Wukong gets this takedown, now a signal for FCY United to bust on through from main if ever. Seekers though, the play here. Nizzy throwing out that fake out. Now is already staggered so far. They can't find a way to make it towards the site itself. Witz though, a different plan inside the smoke as NAOS decide to actually get towards the backside and commit there.
Yeah, they have backside control, and that's what they're going to be playing for here. The Cosmic Divide from SenyorCarL could be big. Where does he place it? That's a big question. He cuts the site in half is what they attempt with.
Wukong though, 3 seconds away from the flash. Do they wait for it? No, PapiChulo instead takes advantage of the dry peak. What a push from NAOS overall, and it's now 4v3. NAOS though, getting 3 courtesy of Papi. Is it going to be enough for NAOS to win out another round? The Cosmic Divide just silencing yet again the intentions of NAOS. You can see how separated FCY is because of this. Time ticking. Fisho, yes I can. Looking to find a coordinated swing. Yes I can. Fights back. But PapiChulo just does it better. 4 for PapiChulo and 4 for NAOS. Moving here towards the double doors. Jin prepared. He knows witz is there and sees the shoulder and gets the takedown. FCY United now. A bit of an advantage. And a strong utility setup awaiting NAOS.
And now they equalize things up here. 4v3 especially. They've taken that advantage. Wukong, good pick. And now FCY just decimate NAOS on their push on him. No real way to get a foothold of the site.
And NAOS is here though, yet again, with a Trailblazer into the execute. From main now towards the side. Ja and Wukong do get 1 apiece, but FCY willing to still make those trades happen. Nice opening though made by Mojer. An opportunity now for another angle to utilize here for now. Trailblazer though broken. Witz waiting for any kind of lurk presence. And the double up is here. It's gonna be a trade instead. 2v2. And FCY United preventing NAOS from planting so far. SenyorCarL's over into the corner though. Waiting. Goes for the shot. Maybe a second. Not gonna happen. The trigger to split isn't gonna be enough there. 1v1 right now. Witz versus Wukong as Wukong repositions.
Yeah, he knows he's dropped the spike here. And maybe a bit of trigger discipline, as you said, would have benefited SenyorCarL there, but the younger gun, not maybe having the experience or the composure to take that option. Witz just trying to find where Wukong is, who's being so pesky in positioning.
Yeah, you just didn't even wait at all. And this time around, FCY United, they have still tabs towards that A side. Time running out. And now they're forced to play towards A here. Can Witz get the stun though? He goes for the guiding light. Throws it towards main.
10 seconds
and in
left.
the end, it's Link here for Wukong. He's been subbed in. Trying to get the opportunity now. Sees him, goes for the contact, and Wukong will still be there to be king of the round. We are just waiting for the flash here from Witz. The dash on in instead happens courtesy of Ja. Wukong though finds a small angle to work with. The Trailblazer gets the bite, and NAOS will punish him playing on site.
Yeah, they just forced their way on through. It settles in a 5v4 here coming on in. And now so far, they at least have that player count in their handle. Lockdown being placed on here from the NAOS side, and so does the Viper's Pit to gain them even more control.
Yeah, NAOS just heavily fortifying themselves and making sure that they have a bit more time to work with so far. No one detained though. It's still safe haven here, created by PapiChulo. As we do see FCY having that operator in hand, Nizzy sending out the fake out to lead the charge. Yes, I can. Also pushing forward from Secret. Gets that takedown. SenyorCarL with the trade, but FCY, Fancy United fighting on back. Time ticking though. It doesn't seem like the defense can stand a chance anymore. They have to evacuate, look to try and save that operator for the next round.
And so now it's at least come back with a round here. Put a stop to the bleeding, and Nizzy and FCY still go down. It's now so far have come out of the gates here. The second gate swinging into the second map. The defensive hold, look at this. Will they expect? Yes, I can. He gets the one, the second, and Nizzy chimes on as well.
They couldn't confirm the kill, and yes, I can. Still fighting back. PapiChulo eventually stopping the bleeding. The damage has been done. Numbers in favor of Fancy United. Wukong looking to be protected by the wall of Fisio. And with the flash, this dissuades the push of NAOS Esports. Not only that, Jin with the takedown. It's Witz now versus 2. All alone, trying to cross towards the site. But look at where Fisio's stationed. Isolates the angle. There's the swing, but Jin can't get the confirmed kill. Seeker now to search for that final target as Witz rotates.
Yeah, goes the opposite way. He's very lucky that Jin wasn't able to get timing on that, but he's low HP right now, and Jin has the timing on this rotation for Witz as he took the long route.
Witz here moving towards B site instead. Jin thinking about perhaps him doubling back, going towards that A site. Here's no audio cues as of yet. Witz now gets the plant, and this will confirm that B is where they have to go to.
Yeah, now Swarm pops now, and this is actually smart from Witz. Might not expect this, Jin, because it is planted for that back haul and potentially for long, but he might not expect Witz to actually play here in an off position here on towards Link.
He still has a turret though, and Witz, was he spotted? No.
He does have the turret.
Staying still into the corner. Now it's Esports looking to build up an even bigger lead. Turret now stationed, and Witz peaks at the right time. Timing is everything, and that goes to NAOS now. Fancy United knocking on their doorstep. There you have the gate crash as well. Trailblazer looking for a target. And you can see where Nizzy wants to play from. Inside the Poison Cloud, denied though by Mojer on the exit. Another one perhaps holding still towards Secret. The double swing not enough. PapiChulo is there for reinforcements. And now it's Esports just keeping Fancy United contained. It's all now so far. Wukong will fight, sure, but NAOS will still take the pistol. Looking to get the catch on the timing itself. And now with presence made, Fancy United getting on site. Jado mixing in with the opposition. Eventually Nizzy will spot him over there on the opposite end. Plant goes down. Yes, I can. Times is right as well. And now a surprise of what is coming out of the woodworks. Fancy United take it back.
We got the snake bite here right on the cross. They get the plant down, and he can bail out of it as well because he's got the gate crash. So you can see the entire post ban here from Fancy. That's their plan. They're going to play from A main.
Yeah. A main indeed, just backing away so far. Witz though scouting for anyone, playing close. There's the tap, but the star is set. Gravity well now to slow down NAOS on this retake. They're trying to force the issue here. Flashes do come. Nizzy yet again trying to cause a little bit of chaos. There's a guy in the light. Courtesy of NAOS though, keeping Fancy United at bay, but that snake bite is stellar from Fisio. We've seen them play away with utility. Just save it for the post plant instead. And Fancy United getting away with it all yet again. This is another round that they take. Wow. Yoru looking to go for the plant himself. Gate crash in. Gate crash out. No one none the wiser. And Ja can't find the timing whatsoever. Here we go now with the star being set on up. Fancy United, a bit of deja vu as they go for the post plant here. Witz denied of any kind of push. SenyorCarL trying to work that flank work, but yes, I can. Yes, he will. 2 down already here for NAOS Esports. They're struggling to even make it towards the spike, and they concede they can't find a way to solve this puzzle.
9-9. And they're keeping it in place.
But does Fancy United still have more in the tank to make it towards the site itself? Witz and PapiChulo are there to try and set a bit of a crossfire. 2 down here for Fancy United. Effective hold from NAOS so far. But Jin on the lurk, and Jin gets the timing. Now the re-engage from Fancy United. They double back towards its A site. The flash connects onto PapiChulo. Now Fancy knows there's still someone around here.
Well, they can get the plant down, but they're trying to be more aware of where PapiChulo is. The flank coming from SenyorCarL, it finally connects, bring it to a 3v2. PapiChulo has to be careful. He can wait for his teammate, but spams through and finds a bit of fortune going his way. PapiChulo gets a third, and now stop the bleeding. Poison Cloud on out to try and gain them that space. Ja, you can see him trying to boost on up. Angle, and he finds it, dashes away to safety.
That's exactly what NAOS needs in these kind of situations. The first pick with the operator. Reset now towards Link, protected thoroughly by his own teammates. Witz is there on the opposite end. Trailblazer now figure out the intentions of Fancy United. The Cosmic Divide met by another one. Looking to try and keep Fancy United contained. The pulse is there though, and the push comes from NAOS. Mojer getting on the board here. Fancy United fights back, but it's now a 1v3. YESicaN. His optimism absolutely needed to try and clutch this. SenyorCarL though with the tap, and Ja will find him and take him down. The fake out though to lead the push towards Link. The Trailblazer is there too. And now as Nizzy goes for the flash, now it's Esports. They're trying to play it towards the secret angle instead. Witz though with the hold. Nizzy and Fishu on the board though. They're trying to hold the shorty instead. No need to try. Ja will deny. 1v1 though. Jin versus SenyorCarL. The lockdown making E-space. This might be timing here, but no. The detain is there, and it's Tondo time, courtesy of SenyorCarL. Tondo Gaming brought by NAOS. 12-10 now. They're on match point.
To bring this and end this 2-0, they still have economy for these next few rounds. Look at this push. Aggressiveness from Mojer and SenyorCarL.
It doesn't matter which Yoru you bring, he'll take both of them down. 3v4 now as Fancy United try to vie for that mid take. The holds though from NAOS still looking strong towards the site. And at op, Ja even has the Blade Storm to boot. It's going to be such a split decision here for Fancy.
You can see now this connector position once more is something Fancy have been taking a lot of importance into securing. YESicaN destroys both of that, thus denying where exactly the second player could be. PapiChulo, I think he got hit by that scan, so they should know he's here towards the dugout.
Yeah, he's spotted on out. Fancy United aware of his presence. Now the second flash for confirmation. They're waiting for the swing though, and look at Witz's timing there. YESicaN versus the rest of NAOS. He's all alone now to try and give them the chance, but Ja has been felled. Spike is retrieved. Time running out, but NAOS will stay alive in this set. 13-10 as we force a decider between these two titans.
You can see they're absolutely elated after that one. And PapiChulo, the clutch master himself, coming in big.
We mentioned on the panel a while ago, the pace will pick up immensely when Jin is there for the execute, the slow play that Fancy United usually ends back reeling over to. It's not going to happen here. Jin, though, denied by SenyorCarL. Fancy with a quick take towards A side still.
Yeah, spam on through there, connecting. And this is, I think, a big thing that will help NAOS. That Prowler is going to be a big piece of utility. Ja, good for the one, but Witz, the trades here, they're working out in NAOS' favor.
It's 4v2. YESicaN looking for the push. Flash through the Poison Cloud. It's perfect.
No way!
Can't get the takedowns whatsoever. They're blinded. Sure, but no frag comes his way. Here comes SenyorCarL leaping with the knife open. But beyond that, NAOS had the numbers and had the angles for the retake. Just to go for the burst itself. And this is what the screen is all about. PapiChulo. Will he be caught unaware? Timing has to be everything for Hyzee, but that's a big pick from SenyorCarL, and it actually throws the plans awry here as Hyzee will get spotted out early. Now it's already with the takedowns. It's 5v2 as YESicaN out of desperation puts that spike down, but they're entrapped here. It's gonna struggle surely. The Prowler's there to get the catch going. YESicaN cannot fight back, and NAOS gets the second. And see now coming closer and closer to go for the execute. Null commands begin with Fragment also to try and stem that Speedway hold. Look at the Paranoia connect. Fancy stellar utility, but Mojer has no fear. Decides to step up back towards the platform. Get two, but that one is rescinded as Fishu gets the resurrection on the KO. 4v2 for now.
That's what I was talking about. So doesn't matter. Nullifies there with a null command. The amount of damage done early in that fight, in that opening bout. As NAOS on their bonus, just simply trying to do as much economic damage as they can here. So flank coming in from SenyorCarL, no positions on B main. The recon actually buys him quite a bit of front side space.
Yeah, Witz is just looking for a target, and NAOS can actually consider playing for the exits instead. Exactly. Oh, Fishu even spotted there. Just the trajectory from NAOS allows him to get that takedown. 2v3 though. And NAOS will give up the round, but will not give up the hold whatsoever. Fancy United, if they want to survive, they will have to fight for it. Hyzee though makes the opening, but SenyorCarL lets it thrift. Not enough though versus YESicaN. And it's enough for Fancy to at least get one.
Well, NAOS here. They got the Hunter's Fury and the Nightfall here, so the big Initiator ultimates to be thrown on out. Jin dashing into the site. I think Ja kind of wants to dip into this if he has timing.
Yeah, there you have it. Ja, at the very least, looking for any kind of moment, especially if the smoke dissipates. But the doorway closed. Nizzy gets the plant going. We get a 5v5 retake, and NAOS letting rip the Nightfall instead. PapiChulo finds the first marker. The Prowler also seeking for a target. Fisher though hasn't been spotted as of yet. Can he actually get those takedowns in the cloud? Ja just dashing on through, and the rest of NAOS trying to go for the pursuit. PapiChulo with the kill. It's Jin now versus the world. He's holding things down in hell. Can he just raise it to the next level? Dashing across to the other side, trying to find another time, another angle, but PapiChulo is ready for it anyway. 4-1 now. You know that Fancy is a team that will still execute anyway. No fear here. Fancy United is coming. Paranoia though, primed and ready by PapiChulo. The Nightfell responds here, courtesy of Nizzy. And in the sea of green, it's NAOS who gets 2 so far. Fisher though on the board. PapiChulo still holding things down. He's made great plays here on Ascent, on this site. It's not going to happen this time around. Nizzy making it 2v2.
Yeah, 2v2. They got the lockdown here in place. Spike flying down. All they have to do is wait for this to gain the control of the site, and then they can assume, therefore, that wine is where they're going to be.
Yeah, just stuck into the corner here. NAOS Esports now suppressing Fancy United over onto the corner. Mojer already sticking towards halfway. Actually just going to commit onto it. It's up to SenyorCarL to play Protector, and that he does for NAOS especially. 6-1 as NAOS just decides to defuse and call it a day. Fancy United. A triple push now from Jin and the rest. Turret broken. Pressure applied from main as well. Hunter's Fury though, they call the Nanos Harvest. There it burns down Jin incredibly. Mojer with a takedown. Nizzy though clears out SenyorCarL. A chance here. It's Mojer versus the world basically. All alone now in the pit. Can he actually stack things up against Fancy? Not gonna happen.
Yeah, spam through the wall there from Fisio. Trying to just help on out as Mojer was trapped there in that position. You can see Fisio still holding on the market.
They don't know.
They don't even know PapiChulo's there.
Eventually they find him though from the shadows, try and reinforce. It's Mojer though, or Witz rather, trying to fight on back, and Witz cannot clutch. Hyzee will keep things cool for Fancy United. They pick up the spike, they regroup towards B, and we're watching Ja try to cover the cross. Is just bound. That's already that leg spotted. Ja versus Jin. Jin and Fisio looking to double up on him. The Paranoia also toss. Fancy United clear out that initial aggression.
Yeah, the timing here working out for Fancy. Not the best weaponry now on NAOS, especially PapiChulo. Dash on in. SenyorCarL's got a big task to do here.
Yeah, SenyorCarL swings and hits. Hyzee though with the trade. And from this point on, Fancy United, do they continue on their path towards this B side? YESicaN, shall and will. Fancy covered by the lane itself. There's the flash to allow the cross to be even safer. Leads to a 3v2 retake effectively.
Let's see how NAOS can do this. It's still winnable for them. Scan on out. Actually confirms where it is. And PapiChulo gets a kill off of the information.
Strong scan, strong intel. Now NAOS knows that Fancy stuck here towards Boathouse. And they can keep tabs of those exits themselves. Witz finding Nizzy towards the opposite doorway. There's the smoke now covering the tracks here of NAOS. Witz creeping on closer and closer. Just entrapping Fancy United here. And Witz, can he get it done? Classic is out, but he will fall. PapiChulo though with the trade. Effective yet again here for NAOS. NAOS here in prime position to put themselves in quite an uncontestable lead. A chance to Fancy United. Initial contact now as Ja and Fisio will at least trade 1-for-1.
8-2. Stands as a 4v4 aggressive push. I like that coming from NAOS. Trying to be a bit more proactive when they've shown the opposite in the previous few rounds. It catches Fancy off guard.
Yeah, strong adjustment because they realize that Fancy isn't actually complete in these regards. They're making noise towards one of the mains. Try to allow the other side to slip on in. And what does NAOS do? Contest instead, get that pick, and get the hell out.
Yeah, 4v3 now locked down, and the Nightfall, which we saw NAOS a while ago be able to use to convert these rounds quite consistently. Will that stand true this time around? Fancy here They do have a position to try and split on this A site. Smoke up there. I don't think that's going to deter them.
Yeah, Fancy United, they do not fear the smoke, but will they fear Witz? He has a strong angle, still gets one before he's found. Spike now retrieved though, and really all eyes for Fancy United are on Jin. Can he cross on through? Breaks the window, makes that noise as the glass shatters. Lightfall though is the call, forcing Fancy United to try and regroup towards the side. Jin though still holds it, wants to go for the clash versus PapiChulo early on. Time running out, Fishu's gonna be forced to go for the plant, and SenyorCarL yet again! He's the protector of Mojer, the best bud, the best pal, keeping his own teammate alive. Fishu now stuck into the corner, courtesy of the lockdown. The C's making it even more difficult, and everything is set for a NAOS round win. Here you have it, Fishu fights, but he cannot fight the destiny that is NAOS.
Yeah, NAOS have to get this 10-2, otherwise 9-3 curse, who knows? No, I'm kidding.
It happened last time.
It happened last time. You can never wait it on out. They push on in here though. PapiChulo, he's blind, but no one's checking him. They do finally.
Jin finds and gets that kill. Witz is there though to fight on back. Ja will fall, and Fancy United will stand tall towards the side. Still though, high ground here for SenyorCarL. Denies the plant, denies another one. Two fell, and leads to a 2v1 scenario. Can Mojer get the clutch going? It's Nizzy though spotted on out, and Mojer with a wall back headshot to get that takedown. 1v1 now. Yes, I can. Looking to make the call to plant towards the Jenny. Keeping safe in cover though. Mojer now dropping down to try and place it close. Over on the other angle. Yes, I can. You know it already. Yes, he will. 9-3. I saw the scoreline before.
Fancy United right now, down 9-3, but their defensive push here on B is going to go in.
Straight up into the action. NAOS covers and clears two. Over onto the corner. The C's is there as well, and yes, I can will be felled immediately. Fancy United decimated there by NAOS.
I mean, I'm surprised Yes I Can still got 2 kills there. It could have been a 5v1 right now, what we're looking at, or at least a 4. Now this puts such a difficult position for Fisio to be in. On that Viper, SenyorCarL and Ja both tag. He's trapped here in a difficult spot. And now let's get the 10-3. Ja, who was trying to make that space on towards the heaven. Look at this aggressive push from Fancy.
Yeah, he's staying also inside the smoke so far. Paranoia is there. Mojer playing patient, eventually goes for the shot, and he still gets 2 anyway. Wasn't spotted early on, and NAOS will connect with those takedowns. While this happens though, A site is already NAOS to get.
It actually ended up being better in the fact that he whiffed there, and Hyzee got him the 2 off the confusion, and NAOS right now have a great position to try and convert this as Shock Dart connects and deals damage on the armor. Swing on PapiChulo traded.
Yeah, he's been hitting those shots, but eventually Nizzy will shut him down. 3v2 though, Fishu and Nizzy trying to go for the sync up crossfire, but Ja will already catch out the one on Rafters. Nizzy with 3. He's on pace perhaps to try and get the ace. No chance as Ja will deny it. 12-4, this is it. It's series point for NAOS.
But they're looking now to try and strike here towards this A short. The suppress just barely dodged it, so Ja keeps his blades and they can still hit this with a Prowler.
Yeah, Ja, his entry is going to be so important, but yes, I can had the angle and finds Witz first and foremost. A struggle now here for NAOS as we already get Jin in position to go for reinforcements. Beautiful Paranoia though, opens up opportunity here for NAOS. Yes, I can, trying to get the hits, but it just doesn't get the connection. Mojer with a takedown. Hyzee though, sticking on the round. On site yet again. Some strong anchors here for Fancy United as they get back in position. 3v2 though, a chance to plant here for NAOS. PapiChulo feels the pressure, has to teleport back to the Jenny.
Well, they can get the plant down here. They have the lockdown, but I don't think they're going to use it just yet. Oh, the pull out here with a shorty. PapiChulo down to the 1v1, and PapiChulo brings it home as NAOS secure the map number 3.
The clutch god yet again, PapiChulo. Oh my Papi moments here on the Ascension Pacific stage. He has just been so reliable. Undeniably an MVP here for NAOS Esports. And at the very end, it's just been that consistency, that effort from PapiChulo that gets the job done.